Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Strategic Command World War II War in Europe. Okay, we're going to continue this. We're basically ending the turn here, and we're going to see what the basically New Year, December 30th, yes, brings us. Destroyer for Bases Agreement, HMS Lancaster, commissioned in Rosyth. Up here. Scotland somewhere. Sorry. And we're raining, and we have the Africa Corps hit to us, but Norway we're getting 100%. That's good. Interceptors up. Escorts. Not good for interceptors. Well, didn't seem to do too much damage. Good. Fine. Just glad we took out that one army group that was up here instead of letting them rebuild it. I mean, we lost a corps over it, but Bulgaria signs military pact with the Axis. Very nice. Not very strong, but I didn't expect them to be, but they will be. General Antonescu crushes the Iron Guard rebellion in Romania. Alright. But, like I was saying, having some more MPP coming in from Bulgaria is just nice. Even if they're not going to be providing us with huge amount of forces. Okay, good. Okay. Now. think that'll be close enough. And we want to start bombing. reconnaissance there. Now, here, can we... Yes, we can rebuild. We can rebuild them. I just don't want to spend too much at any one time. Hopefully that will disrupt their trade some. Alright, no reconnaissance is snowing, I guess. No, that doesn't look terribly profitable. But we can build you back up. Cover our losses there. We'll wait to come out from behind the screen of infantry once we get a little more German forces up there. Guys are will sort of southeast down to be able to deal with whatever may happen with Yugoslavia. Okay, well, here. Okay, they can get on and past. Okay. I'm gonna save it. Save the game. I just don't know whether I should do better moving in the rain. Let's, yes. Yes, okay, great. There we go. Reinforcements. Down here. Get down. I know there's more forces back here that we don't see, so it's not just these two. corps or whatever. I don't know whether these are divisions or Arete as a division. Africa Corps tanks, and well, don't know. It's supposed to be the 21st Panzer or something. I don't know. A little generic, but okay. Now, Italy should have been saving up money for MPP to be able to well, instead of this, because I don't have hardly any advanced weapons, let's pour money into research for Italy. Basically, Italian infantry weapons just sucked. I don't know if you guys know how bad they sucked. The Carcano was just rifle. That's the Carcano rifle, the basic Italian rifle. Was, I would say, basically just not good. That doesn't mean it's terrible or anything like that. Just it's not a good rifle. Not necessarily a bad rifle as bolt actions go, but it's wasn't a good rifle. I forget some of the names. Their light machine gun. It has, I would say, and the guy from Forgotten Weapons, Ian there, and others have said it was the worst machine gun ever made, and I would agree. Their light machine gun, it was a, bipod affair magazine, box magazine fed light machine gun. Now, the magazine was physically attached to the rifle in a way that in combat it's permanent, meaning you gotta sort of like unscrew it. It was not meant to be done, so it has a swing latch that you open it, it swings open, and you can put in 20 rounds, generally from 5 round stripper clips into it, and then close it. So you can't change magazines. It fundamentally was, that whole design thing is just the worst thing for a machine gun, because what is a machine gun? Something that shoots bullets fast through it. It could not do so by having a fixed box magazine that you would open, put in 4 stripper clips of 5 rounds each, close it, fire it, open, do that again. It sucked. And it didn't function very well either. Their Revelli heavy machine gun was not nearly as bad. It worked, and I don't want to overstate things or make you think I'm being dramatic here, but it didn't work so well. Now, I've never fired either of those 2 guns, but the Revelli, which is basically a World War I machine gun, needed to function, needed to be well lubricated, and in fact, I think it even had maybe, and I may be wrong about this, a oil reserve on part of the gun or not, I don't know, but it had to be highly lubricated to function at all. And anywhere you go in the world, battlefields have lots of dust and dirt, sort of 2 different things, dust and dirt. I mean, you could sort of, I'm talking like dirt, like as in, dirt on the ground, little bits of it, granular stuff. Dust as in, which could be literally the dust coming out of the gun from the, gunpowder firing. That's dust. Little light stuff that's in the air. Yes, it can be made up of dirt, and yes, the powder, as it goes to the ground, it sort of becomes part of the dirt. But so you have dirt and dust, and then you have very fine dust in North Africa. So wherever you go, you're always going to have dirt and dust, and having highly lubricated Ravelli machine guns in dirt and dust do not function well. Put it into the highly dusty environment of North Africa, where my understanding, again, I've not been to North Africa, but unlike the deserts in California, where I am used to the deserts in California, quite used to it, wouldn't go so far as to say like I grew up there or anything, but man, when growing up, I was out in the deserts a lot, so I know what that's like. But what I understand out here in these deserts, it's like talcum powder kind of dust, sand, whatever that gets blown up, as well as granular sand, like in sand dunes. So that, you know, you sort of have both. So Italy's small weapons sucked overall. Now, I said overall, the Beretta pistols, they're okay. Biggest problem with them, generally speaking, is they're underpowered. Most of them were in what in the US we'd call 380, or in Europe 9mm Kurz, or short. Basically, you know, it's the 380 caliber of John Browning's design, but that is a 9mm in diameter, but it's underpowered. They generally sort of, but they function well, but were underpowered for a combat handgun. And their Beretta machine guns were actually very good. That was the one sort of bright spot in Italian small arms, was the Beretta submachine guns. They did fairly well. And that's about it as far as I could say from them. Okay, for better or for ill, we're going to end turn. Yes. So hopefully by improving their small arms, we can get them up to not necessarily beating the British in small arms capabilities, but maybe beating the Greeks or Yugoslavs, and not entirely sucking against the British. Okay, German radio starts broadcasting Charlie and his orchestra to listeners in the UK. Okay, this is something I know about, something I recently found out about, recently as in like 6 months ago. This was Nazi approved swing music. Okay, it's not rock and roll. It's the sort of precursor, one of the precursor elements. Swing, rock and roll is sort of, it definitely comes out of the blues, but has sort of other swinging elements and some musical types. I'm sure could define it better. But and generally speaking, the Nazis deplored swing music. There's even like a movie or two, made back, I don't know, in the 80s or the 90s or something about kids and that. And so, Charlie and his orchestra was a Nazi-approved swing band that played on the radio. I don't know if they ever really played gigs, orchestra, gigs in music halls, but it was definitely something, shall we say, it was a creation of the government. It wasn't that they found one of the swing bands playing, and, oh, we like you for some reason, so we're gonna, no, we want to sort of, in the appropriate National Socialist way, we want to adopt you, partially for external propaganda, but I do believe it was also approved for listening. If you notice, this radio has the swastika on it. Some of the radio, I don't know specifically if it was the radio types approved for German listeners. But, and it functioned throughout the war. Charlie and his orchestra, so Nazi swing music. And yes, generally speaking, it wasn't propaganda political in any way that I know of. Just sort of the approved style. So someday, good events coming for Third Reich events with UK supports military coup in Yugoslavia. Okay. Pro-Allied coup in Yugoslavia. Okay. Good thing we were moving tanks into that region. Paul II takes control of Belgrade with Allied help. Okay. And we see at least one Allied unit there. Yugoslavia joins Allies. Okay. Hopefully they won't force Italy to invade Greece when I'm not ready for it, but we'll see. Good, intercept was German this time. Okay, crunch. A little bit of damage, and we did damage back to them. More interceptors coming flying, yes. Escorts. Italian interceptors. Okay, well, fortunately it survived. We'll be able to withdraw them. Cost to repair them, of course. Visiting in the German High Command, okay. British national morale's boosted by action taken to occupy Limerick. And that's in Ireland, if you don't know. Royal Navy occupies port of Limerick, Ireland. There, okay. Axis raiders disrupt UK convoys, good. Okay, lots of stuff. So they lost 16 MPP. Intelligence report, Montgomery spotted near Manchester. Okay. Corps spotted in Zagreb. Good, so we're not running into it. Okay. Battleship. Okay, well. Yep. Okay. Well, since we just now had this little thing here with hoping to, well, they won't get too far, so we'll put you there. And the Alpini Corps. Well, since we just also had this thing here with the Yugoslavs, that will be useful now. Well, we don't need to get too far out ahead of ourselves. Where's the enemy guys there? Do is see how many points we had. Okay, well, can we still? Nope, cannot. Okay, but you we can. Okay. Damn, I messed that up. But okay, interceptors. Okay, well, that wasn't what we wanted, but it's what we got. Damn, I messed that up. Okay, well. Sorry about that. Yes, we want to do this, I think. There we go. Yes, further into the desert. Because that added to the rest of this Africa Corps will probably mostly do the trick for the moment. Okay, well. Well, let's move way down here. Hopefully we don't run into anybody. That was great. Yeah, we're gonna right there, but you are gonna come around here. There we go. You, hopefully we don't forget to keep you heading back. Now, oh, we got hurt a little bit. Alright, I think that was relatively successful. It wasn't cost free, but there we go. And now, let's see. Germany. Just okay. Each new level of logistics research reduces operational movement and regular transport cost by 10 cents or 10%. Sorry. It also increases the build limit for all types of that. Okay, and spying intelligence. Well, I guess that's one of the things I'm bitching about. So let's do that. Okay, keep up our research now for purchasing stuff.